This young girl was chopped up and served as kebab meat. This is one of, if not the most disturbing story you will ever hear, and is still one of the biggest unsolved mysteries in the UK. And this sounds like something out of a horror film. Too brutal to be true, but the legend of this has haunted the world for over 20 years. Take a trip back to 2003 in the seaside town of Blackpool. 14-year-old Charlene Downs vanished randomly. That night, she kissed her mum goodbye, said, "I won't be out too late," and never returned, completely vanishing without a single trace. Of course, at first the police treated this as just any old runaway, like there are everywhere. They didn't take it too seriously, but as the weeks and then months went on, it got more serious. It was now becoming clear something very strange and much more sinister was going on. Still though, for 2 years, there was not a single lead. They had no trace on where this girl went. But 2 years later, 2 kebab takeaway shop owners came forward. They were actually taken in, arrested, and charged with the murder of this young girl. And here comes the even more disturbing part, allegedly unaliving her, chopping her up and turning her into kebab meat. Charlene became known as the Kebab Girl. As absolutely brutal and horrific that sounds, the story absolutely exploded across the UK and across the world. Now, the 2 men who were arrested, they stood trial, but the case collapsed and they actually walked free. They even received compensation for the court and everybody wasting their time and, and thinking they'd done something which they didn't. Now, the entire court case and arrests of these 2 men was reliant on audio recordings and other things that were found. The reason the case collapsed was because these weren't just found to be not usable, they were fraudulent, made by someone else. The whole story of the kebab was made up by who knows. Now, all this time later, in 2026, over 20 years later, she's still missing, people still don't know what happened, and there's a 6-figure reward if anybody has any information still. So was the kebab story secretly true, or was it a cover-up for something even worse that happened?